Tonight, we are stepping into one of the darkest and most controversial claims to emerge from the post-Cold War intelligence world. A project does not officially exist. A program never acknowledged. And a name that continues to surface in survivor testimonies, leaked documents, and underground research communities. This is Project Monarch. Chapter 1. From MKUltra to Monarch. Project Monarch is widely described as an alleged continuation of MKUltra. While MKUltra focused on drugs, hypnosis, and behavioral control, Monarch is said to have pushed further into trauma-based psychological programming. According to researchers, the project aimed to fracture the human mind under extreme stress, creating dissociative states that could be conditioned and controlled. Unlike MKUltra, which left a paper trail, Monarch is said to have operated without formal documentation. Whether successor or myth, Monarch cannot be discussed without understanding what came before it. Chapter 2. Trauma-based conditioning claims. At the center of Monarch allegations is trauma. Extreme psychological stress is said to cause the mind to split into separate compartments as a survival mechanism. Proponents claim these dissociative states could then be programmed through repetition, symbols, and reinforcement. Butterflies, mirrors, colors, and trigger phrases frequently appear in survivor accounts. Critics argue these claims stem from recovered memory therapy and psychological suggestion. Supporters counter that trauma-induced dissociation is a documented phenomenon, only the application is disputed. Chapter 3. Alleged subjects and recruitment. Accounts claim Monarch subjects were often chosen for their vulnerability. Runaways, foster children, military dependents, and institutionalized individuals are commonly mentioned. Some testimonies suggest generational programming, where conditioning was applied across family lines. Others claim recruitment occurred through orphanages, hospitals, and covert military programs. No official evidence confirms these practices, but the consistency of claims across decades continues to raise questions. Chapter 4. Symbolism, triggers, and control. Symbolism plays a major role in Monarch narratives. Butterflies are often cited as representations of transformation through trauma. Colors, numbers, music, and visual patterns are said to act as psychological triggers. In theory, these cues could activate alternate mental states or behaviors. Skeptics note that symbolic association is common in therapy and culture. Supporters argue the scale and repetition described goes far beyond coincidence. This chapter is where psychology and alleged programming intersect most sharply. Chapter 5. Connections to media and culture. Some researchers claim Monarch techniques influenced media and entertainment. They argue repetition of certain symbols, archetypes, and narratives may normalize dissociation or trauma responses. These claims are highly disputed. No evidence proves coordinated psychological conditioning through entertainment. Still, the theory persists due to overlaps with known psychological influence techniques used in advertising and propaganda. Chapter 6. Whistleblowers, survivors, and testimony. Individuals identifying as Monarch survivors have shared strikingly similar stories. They describe compartmentalized memory, long-term psychological effects, and fragmented recall. Mental health professionals are divided. Some believe these accounts reflect trauma and suggestion. Others argue the consistency suggests exposure to structured conditioning. Without documentation, testimony remains the primary evidence and the central controversy. Chapter 7. Official denial and skepticism. No government agency has acknowledged Project Monarch. There are no confirmed documents, budgets, or personnel records. Skeptics view Monarch as a cultural offshoot of MKUltra revelations combined with psychological misunderstanding. Supporters argue that denial mirrors the early dismissal of MKUltra itself. This tension between absence of proof and historical precedent defines the debate. Chapter 8: Fact, Theory, and the Unanswered Questions. What is confirmed is that trauma-based dissociation exists, psychological conditioning exists, and governments have experimented on human subjects before. What remains unanswered is whether Monarch represents a real covert program or a name applied to scattered abuses and misunderstood trauma. Project Monarch endures because it sits precisely where secrecy, psychology, and belief collide. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in investigations into classified programs, psychological warfare, and hidden history, subscribe to the channel. More episodes are on the way.